McKeesport and then catch a bus to Squirrel Hill to go to the clubhouse over there. And it affects everybody else too. And I wish they hadn't done that because I believe Port Authority doesn't know how to spend their money. They wanted more money, so they cut out the bus and they cut down and it took all the drivers off too. And it affected them, it affected all the other people. And then I had to get the work link and I had to get an ID and I got a free bus pass. But the work link only holds 9 people and you have to go to Jefferson Hospital to get it. And then I just, you know, haven't been wanting to go anymore, you know. I've been wanting to stay home and concentrate on my house.
Is it a far walk to where you have to pick up the bus?
Yeah.
But can you tell us about that walk?
Hmm?
Can you tell us about the walk? Like how long it is, or how long it takes you?
It might be a 20. Let's see. I forget. It's a 20 minutes from here, as my father would say. And I usually get my neighbor to ride me on Wednesday morning, but then I would wait and catch the work link, and then they would go a long ways. This way, the bus when we went into Glassport, through Wilson over the bridge into Glassport, into McKeesport. This way, the work link goes past my house, down over into Clairton, into Glassport, no, into Wilson, into Glassport, and then Portview, and then down by the hospital. And then I have to cross the street to get my 61C over on Boulevard. That's a long ways. And then coming back from Squirrel Hill, 3 and 4 o'clock 61C is basically rush hour, and I have to wait till 5. And then the work link won't let me off at the bus stop, just at the hospital. And that's a long ways home, walk.
So they actually drive past your house.
Yes.
And then drop you 20 minutes away, and then you have to walk back.
Yeah, and I had people stop wanting to bring me home, and I just wanted to, it's nice walking home because you get to see everything, but it's a hassle because I have to watch the traffic, and you only have about, you don't get hit.
So there's no sidewalks here?
No, not very.
So in the winter, what?
No. One time I had to wait 4 hours at the top of the hill, it's like in Pittsburgh, and wait for them to salt the roads. And I'd be afraid of falling and breaking my ankles again.
So you have bad ankles?
Mm-hmm.
So if there are Medicaid, Medicare cuts, like some of the Republicans and some of the people in Congress that are talking about, how do you think that would affect you?
Medicare would affect me maybe with the medicine or maybe the doctors. I've heard a long time ago, like children your age, when they become adults, they may not have Social Security. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard that a long time. I talked to her on the phone and says, you better go out and vote because to see what's out there. And I'm glad I did re-register because I can't wait to vote again. But on the TV, what I don't like is they have, 2 of them. I can't think of their names. I don't have it down here. Raja is his name?
Raja?
And there's another one. I can't think of his name. And one says one is worse than the other. And then they vice versa. And why do they do that? For election? And why is you're stating that big shots are getting all the money. It's like the rich are getting richer and poor and getting poorer. But that shouldn't be, because look how it's going to affect us with our medicine and our going to the doctors. But when it comes to the Port Authority, I don't think they know how to manage their money. Because I heard on TV, on the news, where if they don't get any money from the government next year, they'll have to cut down more. But then there was a guy that I read in the paper. He says that in Washington, D.C., and there's another state, they have a bus where you can ride it all day for $1. And it passes every so many minutes. It's like ditch Port Authority and start all over. And Port Authority is not going to worry. Listen, the same as the politicians or the ones about Medicare and Medicaid, and about the ones that for our insurance, Security Blue, it went up. It's probably going to go up more. Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
And how did that increase affect you as far as...
More money, yeah.
So that takes more money out of your monthly budget?
Yeah.
And do you have a lot of money at the end of the month left over? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I pay my bills. And it's craziness. And then I have to make sure I have my medications too. And I also, when I was able to go on PACE, and that helped. And then PACE helped me more, you know.
Do you have any family members that can help you out, or?
No, I wouldn't ask them. Now my neighbor gets me groceries, and she don't ask for money, you know, but she makes sure that I'm okay. And then whenever I thought nobody cared about me, but then you guys started helping me out, and I thought, oh wow,
Well, we know that Fuzzy, Mr. Fidella's done a lot of work for you as well.
Yeah, oh yes, he's like a father figure to me. And then his mom passed away, and I feel sorry for him because I know what he's going through, because my mom passed away in '97 of January, and that's a hard blow. But I hope he doesn't take it so hard he goes in depression. But sometimes men can take it easier than women can, I think. Like my brother, I guess he held it in. He can hold it in. And but when my dad was alive, I took care of him. And I says, Dave, I took care of Dad when he was alive. Can you take care of the funeral? I didn't have to handle one thing. And it was comic about it because Dave, on his side, is the Catholic. On my side is not. And then first night they didn't have a new install. The second night they had to get one. And so it's no great thing having someone die, but they say it's part of living, part of life. And so, but I had my cat Buttons, and he's something. He gets me up in the morning, and he's about 3 going on 4, but he's a big help. Yeah, he's a ornery. He itches, but he's my baby, like. And when I first got him, you never believe what he did. He tore in a litter bag and went to town. And he likes to go outside, but I'm supposed to just keep him in the house. And if they cut out Medicare, what are they going to do? I mean, why are they going to cut out Medicare? For them to get more money or what?
Well, they wouldn't cut it out completely, but what they're talking about is reducing some of the benefits possibly. Just different ways of reducing our debt and what we owe, and some of the programs that we deal with are going to have to be cut, whether it be defense or Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid. You know, some of these programs are either going to have to be cut or taxes are going to have to be raised.
Yeah, I hear that they might raise it, or they have someone that would keep it from being raised. Now, the time that they lowered it, they put it back up. I don't know why.
What, for your property tax?
Yes, the tax for the houses. And I don't know why they raised it. And so it's not right either, you know. The older people shouldn't have to pay school taxes, but I realize they have to help out. But and then the first time I had to pay it myself, I saw the school taxes. I said, the children better be studying hard. But it's really, I don't think it's really the children's fault. I think it's the teachers that are doing it. And if I'm not wrong, they're the ones that want all the money, and it's probably affecting the children. I saw in the news where the ones that really needed the help, like I call it mentally retarded, they call it, there's another name, they're being cut down, and how are they going to be helped? That's the ones I feel sorry for. And, I mean, you have mentally retarded children, they're not dumb. They're not dumb at all. I had a brother who was mentally retarded, and he wasn't dumb. And they just don't, they're not as, how would I say it, as mental stable. They could probably hold a job, some of them. And, but everything's all right if they do that. How are we going to live? And
well, is there anything else that you want to say in closing to everyone?
yeah, about the president. He wants to go in another year. We should have another president.
And why is that?
Because
Who do you think that should be president?
someone we can depend on that won't send our boys over to war. Someone we can depend on that won't take all the money. I think, and I heard talk that he like takes the money.
Like corporate money?
Yeah.
From companies for for votes and things like that? But,
Plus,
you know, for elections?
and plus he likes to help out. And I don't blame him this way where he helps out where if there's a hurricane or something in another state, he helps out that way. But I guess I'm just not used to his kind, you know. And we need someone that really cares. Like, I'm going back to President Kennedy's time. He's the kind that really helped. Or maybe President Eisenhower, you know, but really President Kennedy, because he helped my mom out with my brother. And, but he wants to go back in office, and then there's another one, you know. And, oh, and they ought, one thing I should mention is they ought to get more jobs for the younger ones. Because you see on the news where kids are going around, I don't know whether it's teenagers or older, they're going around shooting people, killing people, sexually harassing people. If they have more jobs and kept them busy, like we were kept busy, but our generation is different than today's generation of kids. They don't have nothing to do. So they have to get in a group or one, and then they want to do something to upset the world, to show them that I'm mad, I want something to do, you know, and nothing else. I'm mad at him because he did something, or they did something to them. And it's not right. And if they get more jobs out there for them, even after they get out of school or during school, at part-job time, they would have something to do. And don't have a bunch of kids get around and say, well, let's go bomb this, or let's go upset this, or let's go beat him up. And just because he's colored and they're white. That's not right. It's not right at all. And then the parents end up crying. And then they have their, they have like a place for, and they have balloons and all that, and it's sad. That's why sometimes I don't like to leave the house, because I'm afraid someone will steal stuff that I've got. Or someone, but so far it's been a quiet territory. And I was going to move over to Homestead, but I was told not to because that was where the waterfront is. And there's shootings over there at night. And another thing is that, I forgot what I was going to say now, but it's have the right people in office. Don't just say, well, I'm going to do it, and then turn around and not do it.
You think that our politicians should be honest and work for the people?
If they're really honest and really caring, they have to be really caring. They will say, well, if you vote for me, I'll do this and this and this, and turn around and stab people in the back and don't do it. And that, even, I was afraid of going back. I always go back to Port Authority. I've talked to them, but I couldn't talk to the main one. I never got a hold of them, but I got a hold of the secretary, and it seemed like if they don't do something, they're going to have something like a riot to me, or stampede, right? I don't know how many times that they've gone to Pittsburgh and had a protest. Protest doesn't do any good because they'll listen, but they don't want, they want the money. But somebody told me that take the big shots there and take all their cars away from them, put them in the garage, and lock the door and throw the key away or hide the key and make them take the bus, see what it's like. Or, like the politicians, make them, it's a good place they can go and find out how the money is run right. I used to go to Higher Living Clubhouse. I'm still a member. They have the lunch, the dinner, and the snack money. They keep it down. They count it and make it go down to the penny. And they keep track of it. And then they get all this money together, and they take it to an office. And then when we use the money to go shopping, we go to Giant Eagle and buy the groceries and have something like a money order. And somebody at the cashier, after we get all the stuff on the conveyor belt, they have to fill it out. And the money's there for us to use there. Then we have a bowl of ramen once a year, and they give a certain section of that money to, I don't know, forget who, and they decide what to do with the money that was given to us or earned at the bowl of ramen. And it's only once a year. And they might go on a trip, or this year I think they decided to get a new air conditioner. But the clubhouse is a Jewish residential place, but anybody with a mental illness can go there. I haven't been there for a while. And they like the way I bake my cookies. But they bake them, but it's not as good as mine. And we help out with lunch, and somebody does the dishes, and well, they make sure everything goes smoothly, and even the meetings. And it's really neat because if Jessica's ahead of it, and if she smells somebody liquor on her breath, she makes them go away, just leave. If they are just very disturbing, she will make them go to mercy behavior. And so when you can't just walk in, you have to be buzzed in, and that's safety. But they ought to have some of their where the big shots go there to see how things are run, and even Port Authority. But they had one lady go there, but money was to go to the buses, but they only got about maybe 5. And so it's...
Let me ask your opinion. What do you think about the news? You say that you watch a lot of news.
I'll put it this way. My therapist, somebody told me that he doesn't watch the news anymore because there might be 10 out of the 10 bad things, 1 good thing's on it. And I listen to the news just to see what there is. And some of it is just accidental, like they had some kind of heater on their dresser, and the baby pulled the cord down, and that was an accident. that really was an accident. But some things aren't an accident. And somebody will... and it's all about the weather, and they actually... I like to listen to the news because it tells you what's going on in the world.
Do you trust the news?
When it comes to weather, you can't predict it. I don't... Eventually it will rain and it won't.
But as far as the other kind of news, as far as what they say about everything that's going on, you absolutely trust them.
Yeah, because they're out looking for somebody because they had run into, what is that? Something in Pittsburgh. And they'll run into a building and then they'll run away and then they have to catch them. But I believe when they're trying to look for somebody, the family tells them to go in and give themselves up. And so... And then who was the, some of, you know, that else, because it's usually repeat, and I like to watch the Rifleman, and I think even Buttons watches TV too, sometimes. And I'll hear a noise, and but I'm glad I'm in the country because there's not that much noise. In the city you'll hear a lot of sirens and a lot of beeping and horns, and really sometimes I'm thinking, should I move? But then here it's quiet. Sometimes you'll hear a siren. Any other questions?
No. You all done?
Yeah.
Okay, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye everybody. Take care. Have a good day.